Hello, athletes and fans of bodybuilding. Tarek Elgindi with the Mr. Olympia Atlanta Super Show. Congratulations to Alex Acasa and Linda Murray. I think this is going to become one of those big shows that every year everybody wants to do it. It's right before the Olympia. Atlanta is very central. Europe, Asia, United States. People love this place, and the date is just perfect. Bodybuilding James Hollinshead. A lot of people were rooting for this guy. He took a lot of second places. He never gave up. Perseverance. James Hollinshead is a very good bodybuilder. If you look at his thickness on some of the poses, especially the side chest and side triceps, there's graininess to him. Look at me saying grainy to a UK bodybuilder. Yes, he has very good conditioning. He's so dense, and some of the poses that he hits is very impressive. I think James Hollinshead can be one of those guys that moves up quickly if he makes just a few improvements. The first one is if we have more back width. If we have a little bit more back width to go along with those crazy hamstrings on the back double biceps and the back lat spread, I'll say he's complete in terms of muscularity. Now, he needs to control the abdominal section, which he did a great job in Atlanta. And I think if he does that heading to the Mr. Olympia, he can be one of those guys like Martin Fitzwater that's kind of like out of the first call out and then he jumps in. That's how good I think James Hollinshead is. And I think this guy has a lot of potential. The best is yet to come for James Hollinshead. In the 212, one Aleman competitor from Tijuana, Mexico. I love the Mexican competitors coming up and winning shows and going to the Olympia. We need massive representation out of the Mexican competitors, and Juan Aleman is delivering. He's aesthetic, he's conditioned. But if you're competing against Keon Pearson, I think I've said this the entire year, you're going to need more mass. Gradually adding mass and keeping that tiny waist. Look at his waist is very small. Moving on to classic physique, Gabriel Zancanelli from Brazil. Man, I've been critical of him. He turned pro with me in 2020. He turned pro before Ramon. He earned his qualification to the Olympia before Ramon. Everybody knows in Brazil how good Zancanelli is. He needs to be in the top 10 at the Mr. Olympia. Those are the expectations. He's a stud. The physique is beautiful. The condition. He poses so well. I used to tell Ramon, you need to pose like Gabriel Zancanelli. I know he's had injuries, but the bottom line, Zancanelli needs to deliver at this Mr. Olympia. Great job winning his qualification. I can't wait to see him on stage. In the men's physique, Corey Morris. Man, I was impressed with him in Tampa. Now in Atlanta, he shocked me. This is the best Corey Morris. He wins 2 shows and he's got mega momentum going to the Olympia. Look at the front pose. Massive chest, small waist, great abs. And his back is out of this world. Corey Morris is one of the guys that can surprise. He's already been in the top 10, so it's a different ball game for him. He needs to attack Ryan Terry, Aaron Banks, Ali Bilal, Kyron Holden, and I think he has the potential to do so. In women's bodybuilding, Alida Oprah, she won the first Alina Popa Classic with me in Romania. She's aesthetic, she's conditioned. What she needs to do is have more back width. Once she has that, I'll be the first one to say she's complete. She can go against Andrea Shaw and give her a hard time. Moving on to women's physique, Liuka Ferunkukova. Great physique, condition. I love the upper body. I just need more legs. If she has more legs, then yeah, she can go against Natalia Coelho and all the superstars. Love the conditioning. We just need to add more legs. In the figure, Nicole Zenobia. She's won a lot of shows. She's always been to the Olympia. She's got one of the best V-tapers. But the same thing, I need a little bit more legs. And this was an issue that, yes, Rhea Gale, the current Olympia figure champion, had. She had that massive V-taper and she needed more legs. Once she added those quads, then she became the champion. Zenobia needs to follow the same rule. If she does that, yeah, she can move up very quickly. In the wellness, Rosemary Rodriguez from Paraguay. I judged her in Seattle. She had everything, but she was over-conditioned. That took away her fullness. The lines were too deep. I said, you need to soften up. You need to soften up. And sure enough, now she wins 2 consecutive shows. She's one of the best lessons. Sometimes overly conditioned is not the answer. You have to know the perfect balance between fullness and condition. And in the last 2 weeks, she has displayed that. Congratulations. Moving on to fitness, Abby Bolton back to the Olympia. She's been off for a couple years, but she's back on a vengeance. Her performance in the routine is incredible. I love her explosion. She does a lot of movements that show her strength. In the physique, she's going to need to be just a little bit more conditioned. Moving on to bikini, Massa. Another competitor. I've judged her so many times in Los Angeles. Now she's in Atlanta. She earns her qualification. Tall, athletic. Now she has fuller glutes. And I think Massa is one of those girls that's going to be at the Olympia for many years to come. Moving on to fit model, Misty Young. Athletic. I like how she poses. She minimizes her waist. I'm so excited for the fit model because the first girl to win the event, the Olympia, is going to go in the history book. Congratulations, Atlanta. Fantastic show. In Florida, Kerrigan Pike, incredible. Another one, I talked to her in Seattle at Tangi Johnson Classic. And I said, Kerrigan, I love the physique, but you're just too conditioned. You need to soften up and bring the fullness. She said, Tarek, I can eat 7 cakes and get harder. I need that trouble. Well, she came in a little softer. And yes, the physique is full. Everything is complete. And now she's heading to the Olympia. Huge victory, 10 points. She's competed the entire year. She's got plenty of points. I can't wait to see her at the Olympia. Moving on to bikini, Jordan Brandon in Tahoe. Incredible. I mean, this is her best physique. My feedback is don't change a thing. Another competitor, just like Corey Morris, that now is hitting her peak. If she goes to the Olympia with this physique, she can attack that top 10 and maybe, who knows, going to the first call out. Great weekend. I'm going to leave the link right here for the tickets. It's time for you to step into the arena and get a feel for the greatest bodybuilding show in the history of our sport, the 2026 Mr. Olympia. I'll see you guys there.